Ulan sesim kapalıymış.
Ah, Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, it's my real name. And you can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
Yes. We seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiend first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Mueller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
Eyvallah. Yeni bir dava. Allah'tan hikayesi davalar üzerine de. Hikayeyi kaçırdık maçırdık mı problemleri yok.
You have the address?
It's the alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky, Phelps. Most guys would kill to land a case so close to their desk.
Yeah, it means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
You know, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, Phelps.
All units, officer needs help. 211 and shots fired. 391 Broadway, Mallory's Cafe. 391 Broadway. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Suçun amacı bir mi?
Detectives, they're ready to start the show. I'll take you through.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Brothers, Pinker?
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you when you're ready.
Ölüm sebebi... Bir bakabilir miyim?
Kiss the blood, BD.
Pislik herif. Boğazını kesmiş.
The lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force.
Only 21 years old. But why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
Hem bir yüzük parmağı yok.
Another wedding ring torn from the finger. No skin under the fingernails. The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
Strangled, battered.
Yeah. We know the M.O. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road, bruising from a small man's shoe, further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other cases. I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
Bir bak bakalım. Ben de şu çantaya bir bakabilir miyim? Çanta, yani bizim çantamız değil galiba.
If she took a blow to the head like the others, she was probably unconscious when strangled.
Iş. Nasıl dokandın ya? Ne abi? Bir şey yok. Bayağı sürüklenmiş mi?
May as well follow the trail.
Nedir durum?
Antonia.
Antonia.
Huh, same as the library card.
Hala kan burada devam ediyor.
Proximity to the scene, plus the bloodstains. No way is this coincidence.
Kan hala gidiyor abi.
We kept the area pristine for you boys. Let's check it out.
Anam o ne?
House keys, strung up like bait on a hook.
You think he's trying to lead us somewhere?
Probably all the way to City Hall, that brazen son of a bitch.
That's got to be a code or a cipher. Where are you taking us?
Gittikçe tuhaflaşıyor şeyler ya.
Empty. Where is all of this meant to be taking us?
Oğlum sen ipucu aldın mı
Clearly
ki?
wants us to find these things. He's left them for us.
There you go, Phelps. We got a new M.O. I told you it wasn't our guy.
Or he might just be getting more confident.
Enameled and gold-plated. This was precious to her.
Allah Allah. Boya mıydı lan bunların hepsi?
Looks as though the killer was decorating with this.
Kanını da koymuş şeye.
Son of a bitch wants her identified. Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
Vay şerefsiz. Sen tap. Şimdi mekanlar, şimdi Anton'dan suçun amacı. Sen sür bakalım.
You're behind the wheel.
It was Mrs. Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so then there's a husband we should be looking for. Get him, we've closed the case.
Rusty's razor, of course. I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques, Detective Galloway. But doesn't the DA require sound casework before he'll close the book?
Not if he's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways of getting it.
Nereye sürüyorsun lan
I'm
arabaya? Şerefsiz katil ya. Bayağı bir ipucu bırakmış bize ama. Yani bilemedim. Belki bir tuzağa da çekiyor olabilir, bir hani bir diyorum mesela bunun amacı bu. Bir şey silmek. O bunun gibi yapmış, kendisini taklit etmiş olabilir yani. Kısacası buydu yani. Ben niye bu kadar zor yolu seçtim ki anlatmak için.
Wait just a moment.
Just a moment.
I'm sorry. Can I help you?
Tabii.
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LaPente, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor. Wipe your feet as you come in, detectives. It's this way.
Mrs. Maldonado was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive, and then they're gone. Antonia's room is upstairs, last door on the left.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
Excuse us a moment, ma'am.
Oğlum oradan da gideyim. Ben başka bir yere gidecek zannettim ya. Pezevenk. Fake at gitme. Üst kattaki en soldaki oda dedi. 5 numara.
Will you look at that? Someone's turned the...
A smashed window explains why the place looks tossed.
You know how I feel about windows, Phelps.
Okay, we have an address.
Mektubu tabi şey yapamadığımız için. Bakalım. Aa, evli mi bu?
The charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence. So someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. Wonder where it was taken from.
Şu aşağıya ben bir bakayım aşağıya. Klavye. Hayır. Burada levye kullanabilecek hiçbir yerde yok ki. Odaya geri çık. Burada kullanabilecek hiçbir yeri yok. Bakalım sezgimiz var mı ya? Yok.
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to it.
Yes, detective. I'll do my best.
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I have no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
Emin misin?
A nosy old hag like you knows everything about the people who live under her roof. Where did she go?
I think she went to a bar. She's been drinking quite a lot lately.
This bar have a name?
El Dorado Bar. It's a Latino place on North Los Angeles Street.
That's only a couple of blocks from where we found the body.
Şaka. Biz bu bak bakayım ben de böyle kaçıracak göz var mı bende bak bakayım.
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
Hani şüpheli desem
We didn't find any jewelry upstairs. You haven't pocketed any evidence, have you?
That's outrageous. Are you accusing me of theft?
tamam. Yanlış ilerledik.
You've had a break-in?
No. That can't be true.
You're being economical with the truth, Mrs. Lepenti. What do you have to hide?
I have no idea what you are talking about.
So Antonia lost her keys and used an iron bar to jimmy the back window?
I heard a noise in the early hours of the morning. I thought it might be a raccoon at the milk bottles. It'd be very bad for business if this news got out. I have a reputation to protect.
Senin şöhretinin içine sıçarım bak
Do you
karı.
have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife that served me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
She ever bring anyone else home?
No, she did not. What kind of place do you think I'm running here?
Tamam.
Thanks,
iki
ma'am.
doğru.
You've been very helpful.
Pay a call to that husband of
yanlış.
hers. Lock him up and throw away the key.
We can either front Angel, seeing as the finger's pointing right at him, or we can check out the El Dorado bar.
Şimdi ilk önce bir bara bir gidelim.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
A nosy old hag? Ha! And I thought I was coming on strong with the ex-wife's line.
Sometimes you have to be firm to get the information you need.
God damn it, ain't that the truth?
Vay arkadaş ya. Kuzum gidecek başka bar da bulamadı mı? Bu bar ne ya?
What can I get you?
LAPD. Detectives Phelps and
Bize
Galloway.
bilgi verebilirsin
Diego
aslanım, bilgi.
Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah, me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado. What did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh, shit.
Do you know her well? Was she a regular?
Hell no. She was good and tight last night, complaining about her old man. It's a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar. I'll show you.
Göster bakalım aslan.
A waitress.
Diego Aguilar.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Divorce papers. Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was gonna show him.
Oğlum 20 yaşında.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was gonna serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
She attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. You know, the temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Where did she go? Give me something or the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there. She seemed reluctant.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem. Hey, get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best.
Her zaman
One
elimizden
last
geleni yaparız
question.
arkadaş.
What size shoe do you
Sen
take,
işine
Mr.
bak, biz
Aguilar?
işimize.
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
Bir şüphelendik
Where's
bakalım.
that goddamn waitress?
Ay.
So, how's your tuna fish salad?
Say, honey, what time do you get off waiting tables?
Sir, do you work here?
Sorry, pal, just making deliveries.
From where?
Just Pig Fruit Market across the street.
A fruit market delivers here?
Yeah, sure does. The Mexes love a little slice with their tequila.
Fine, thanks.
O zaman meyve alana gidiyoruz. Al. Dur yanlışlıkla bastım ya. Şimdi. İpuculara bir bakalım mı? Büyüleyici fotoğrafı boyayan şapkası bir seviye. İnsanlar. Tamam.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend. A waitress! Can I have another spoon?
Ya da kay sen sür. Beni uğraştırma.
You know the way. You can drive.
Get out of here.
Think there's anything to the divorce angle?
I've been through 3, Jones.
Bulacağız.
No big deal. After a while, you just numb yourself to the experience.
But Angel, he's a young Latino man. It would hurt his sense of who he is. He'd see himself as a failure, a woman taking control over his life.
Then she fronts him and he snaps. Works for me. That makes Angel a killer as well as a piece of shit.
Olay gittikçe tuhaflaşıyor arkadaşlar. Oğlum araba giderken indi lan.
Shut. Great. We'll need to come back later, Phelps. Maybe somebody here saw Antonia the night she died.
Buradaki olay ne?
Let me through. I just want a quick look is all.
Is somebody gonna tell us what the hell is going on?
I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the paper.
Did you read about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught him.
Hiçbir şey yok. Bir belki arkalara falan baktım da. Arabayı kullan bakayım.
You can drive.
KTI Radio presents.
Amına koyayım. Amına koyayım.
My wife is so dumb, she stares at orange juice for hours. Well, it does say concentrate in the cartons.
I don't need this.
Şu an durdum, ne yapacağımı çözemedim şu anda. Biz buraya gitmedik galiba. Tek çorap cinayeti. Biz bir tek buraya gitmedik herhalde.
Can you drive to this one?
Lan geçen sefer de o sürmüştü.
How about we drop in on the husband instead? See if your gut is right.
I'll take a bar over a husband every day of the week.
Biz bunların şimdi bu adamın ismini öğrenmeden bulamayız ki kapıyı. Ee. Kaldık şimdi burada mal gibi. Titreme geldi böyle bir. Hani her kata bakacağız. Açılabilir bir oda var mı diye.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest. I got 100 pounds.
Now look, I don't want no trouble, see?
Stand down now.
Damn, they got some decent shots in there. Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Dayağımızı yedik bir güzel.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. 2 suspects need transporting to Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh, God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, goddammit! You think I'd kill my own wife?
Evet.
We should get the whole place a going over, then talk to the neighbors. And Phelps, I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
Çıkalım siktirelim gidelim buradan.
Don't think this is anything.
Hiçbir fikrim. Bir bağlantısı vardır belki de.
The El Dorado must be a family favorite.
Olabilir.
Just picked fruit market. I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place. This will take some explaining.
Aynen öyle.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi. He's toast.
Bu komşularına bir soralım.
What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
No good. There's nobody here.
Allah!
Hey, sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD. Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
Ben hala burada bir şey bulacağımıza inanıyorum ya. Bir alt kattaki komşularına soracağım. Komşulara soramıyormuşuz. Ve gidecek miyiz o zaman buradan şimdi? Ben anlamadım ki. Bu görevi hiç anlamadım ya.
It's him, the cop from the newspapers.
Aha, beyzbol sopası. Aç. Çok burada şey kaldık ya. Bir şey eksik ya bu hikayede. Acaba sağa sola oynatabiliyor muyduk ya? Hiçbir şey yok. Açık fikir ver lan.
What now?
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi. He's toast.
I know nothing more about their business.
Oğlum buraya hiç bakmadık. Bu arkadaş ya. Buraya hiç bakmadık ki ya.
Hello.
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
I kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps. Well-executed restraint.
I'm executing restraint right now, Finbar.
En sondaki kapıya bakmadık, dolandık o kadar.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Bağla bakayım canım benim.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Message from Captain Donnelly, Detective. Your presence is requested urgently at Central Station. A new letter from the Dahlia killer has been found.
Thanks.
Kendime bastık, alışkanlık ya, taba basacağız. Bu sefer
You're behind the wheel.
Ben kontrol edeceğim, bazı şeyler var.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down in my sap.
The early bird gets the worm. The second mouse gets the cheese.
Any ideas?
If the brass are handling Dahlia evidence, they'll have it locked up in the tech services dungeon. Let's go.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Yok.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all this fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
Gürültü seslerine.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. I said all fair in love and war.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case. Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
That's why we called you in.
Do you think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley? Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
Hadi bakalım. Aksiyon
I used to
başlasın.
be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case
Phelps,
thrown out.
you mind coming here and doing your job for a second?
Buraya mı alıyorsun?
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Doğru söylüyor lan.
We're typing the blood, Angel. It won't look good if it matches your wife.
As God is my witness, I didn't kill her!
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
Yutkundun. Sende bir şüphelilik var. O zaman şüpheli.
Looks like somebody broke into a room and stole her things there too. Why'd you do it, Angel?
What the hell are you talking about? I was home with Hippolito.
O da yanlış.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
So if you didn't kill your wife, who did? You better come up with something, Angel. This doesn't look good.
Fuck you. I loved my wife.
You're good, kid. You murder your wife and you just sit there as cool as a cucumber.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing
Dörtte
you.
bir eğer
Is that
olursa.
why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but...
Demek ki bu gözlerden kaçıyormuş. O sende bir şüphelilik var ya. Bende bir şüphelilik var. Dur yanlış bastım zaten.
You didn't want anyone else to have her. You didn't like the idea of other men fucking your wife, them slipping it to her, the idea that she might like it.
tomar por culo!
Easy there, Angel Boy. Ease it back a notch. Keep it to yourself, kid. Let it eat away at you like poison. You're going back into a cell. We'll be waiting when you're ready to spill your guts.
Are you taking my wife's murder seriously?
Tekrardan gir.
The canary says he'll sing, but only if I guarantee.
Tekrardan girmemiz lazım ama. Ya şu M'ye basıp durma barda. Bu 4 tane yanlış var ya. Adam. Dört tane yanlış. Koskoca 4 yanlış.
I need to go over the case notes.
I don't know who'd be worse.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
These letters, Brown and Hanson believe they are genuine. From him.
Now we sent another.
You know, I really hate this fuck. This Black Dahlia guy. Have you seen the body? Fucking case just gnaws away at your guts. Hollywood. Every prom queen from every fucking hick town in America turns up here. Where do they end up? Gutted on the fucking sidewalk.
Put out the lights.
O son sorgu çok kötü geçti ya. Ha, açılmış.
Just don't know how to dance to beat.
Sir, Wait, you look familiar.
Hey, from the bar, right? What brings you here?
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She hadn't been back until last night.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
Clem, shh.
Are you working Friday night? We should go out afterwards.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Aha Levi.
Why cut someone who was already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. You must have seen it during the war.
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
Bir dakika. Bu şey. Bu kesin bu adam ya. Kesin bu adam, katili bulduk ya. Bir kütüphane kopar suç. 2 5 3. 2 5 3. 2 Dur pardon. 2 5 3. 2 5 3.
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
Bak. Bak.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
Nereye kaçıyor lan? Hiçbir yere kaçamaz.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
We should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy.
The fruit guy's getting away, Phelps.
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
Lan. Ben böyle çarparsam kaçar.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect. Now who's about to get picked?
Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Give yourself up.
Sumsuz Bay Clem.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Hırsız hırsız.
Now, lads, what am I to do with you? I give you a perfectly good murder. A case any homicide man would be happy with. An affront to our way of life and our Californian dream, and a chance to deliver some retribution. Are you not believers, lads? Homicide men are the right hand of God. You need to back out of here slowly and take a long, hard look at yourselves and your methods. Ask yourself what you are prepared to do to put these creatures behind bars. It's the streets for the two of you until I can find some forgiveness for the foppish behavior you've been exhibiting.
Siktir git, adam bulduk hala bize afra tafra yapıyorsun ya. Bir hoş geldiniz de bir kutlama yapalım de bir şeyler yapalım de. Yavşak herif ya. Şuraya bak. İşte bu bölümü burada sonlandıralım.
Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up.
Yeah, they do it then. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads.
How can we fail? Skip with the Shadow leading the show.
Who the fuck is a shadow?
Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming.
You're sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?
Çok değişik. Bakalım. Çıkış yapabiliriz. Kaydedilmiştir. Bir bakalım da yine bir kontrol edelim. Kaydedilmiş. Kendinize iyi bakın. Bir dakika. Böyle yanlış yaptım. Yanlış yaptım. Bir dakika. Bu. Tamam. Kendinize iyi bakın. Görüşmek üzere. Hoşça kalın.